My 20-year-old servant Ramu always followed me around. I thought he was a little boy, but one day he said to me, "Madam, don't make the mistake of underestimating me." That night when I saw him, I was astonished. Ramu treated me not like a 20-year-old boy, but like a 30-year-old man. Hello, friends. Welcome to today's unique story. Ever since Ramu started sleeping with me, my body started changing. I thought Ramu was young and wouldn't understand anything, but gradually, I started seeing his true colors. I never imagined that a 20-year-old boy could give so much pleasure to a 40-year-old woman like me. Ramu was 20 years old. I brought him to my house from the village to work. There was only me and my 1-year-old son in my house. When I went to work, Ramu took care of my child, and he stayed at my house. I became a mother without marriage. My lover played a game of love with me by promising marriage. When I became pregnant, I went to his house, and there I saw that he was getting married. He pretended to love me and married another woman. I didn't feel like killing the child growing in my womb. By the time I thought of having an abortion, the time had passed. I was 5 months pregnant. My parents refused to accept me and my child. So I started living alone. Several months ago, I went to my village. My grandfather had sent me a birthday invitation for his 100th birthday, and that's why I went there. My grandfather lovingly held my son in his lap. Arav was playing with him. When I got a call from the office, I went out for a while to talk on the phone. When I returned, Arav was not with my grandfather, but with a servant. I saw that Arav was playing happily with that servant. I took my child from the servant and started leaving. When the servant stopped me, he said, "Madam, I need some help. I don't need money, I need work." He introduced himself and said, "I am Ramu. I look after the cows and buffaloes in this house." He used to clean the house, but now the boss is talking about selling the cows and buffaloes. If you have any work, please give it to me. I really need work. My parents also work as laborers. I desperately need work. Then I told him I have a job to take care of my child, but for that, you'll have to go to the city. I'll pay you 1,000 rupees a month for this work. Ramu agreed to come to the city with me. Arav got along well with him. And seeing this, I decided to bring Ramu to my house. Ramu started living in my house from then on. He said that every 4 months, when he'd saved some money, he'd go to his village. Ramu took good care of my child all day long and also helped me with the household chores. It had been a month since Ramu came home, and in that 1 month he had won my heart. His care had improved my son's health, and Arav, who used to bother me, now ate well from Ramu's hands. I gave Ramu a separate room. One night, Arav started crying profusely. He wouldn't calm down in any way. Hearing the child's cries, Ramu came to my room and took Arav from me. Arav calmed down as soon as he went to Ramu. It was very late in the night, and Arav was not leaving Ramu, so I asked Ramu to sleep in my room. When I woke up in the morning, Arav was sleeping hugging Ramu. From that night onwards, Ramu started sleeping in my room for Arav. Everything was going well after Ramu's arrival. I was happy with Ramu's work. On his day off, I took him to the mall. I bought him nice clothes and went to a salon to get him a new hairstyle. Ramu was good looking, but he lived a very simple life. That day, I completely transformed his look. Seeing him in this new style, I couldn't believe it. I hadn't imagined that the man who had been a simple servant the day before could look so handsome and smart. When we returned home from the mall, Ara had fallen asleep as soon as he arrived. I put him to bed in the room and was about to go out to get some water. When Ramu brought me some water, I drank the water and he kept looking at me. As soon as I put the glass down, he hugged me. It had been years since a man had hugged me. I pushed him away. Then Ramu said, "Madam, because of you, for the first time, I have learned to love myself. Life is beautiful. You just need to know how to live it. Today, you have done me a great favor by giving me a makeover. I really look very good." I was also happy to see the happiness on Ramu's face. From the next day, he started living very cleanly and neatly. I thought he was 20 years old. But being a village boy, he had a good physique. He exercised daily at home, and his height was also decent. I asked him about his studies, but he said he had lost interest in them. Every morning before going to office, I would cuddle my child and then leave for office. Today, when I went to kiss Arav before leaving for office, he was in Ramu's lap. Suddenly, Arav turned his neck, and my lips touched Ramu's cheek. I felt very embarrassed. I apologized to him and left for office. When I returned home that evening, I still couldn't look Ramu in the eye. Ramu had fed Arav and put him to sleep. Then we both ate dinner together. After finishing dinner, I went to my room and took my medicine. I had a migraine problem and was taking medicine for that. Even after taking the medicine, my head was aching badly. I sat in my room holding my head. After some time, Ramu came into the room. Seeing me in this condition, he asked. What happened was that as soon as he realized I had a headache, he started massaging my head. Ramu's massage was soothing. Gradually, I fell into a deep sleep. I slept very well that night. The next day, our office had a traditional day function, and I decided to adopt a Gujarati look. I wore a ghagra, but I was having trouble tying the knot of the skirt. So I called Ramu into the room and asked him to tie the knots. While tying the knots, his hand was passing over my bare back. I thought he was small, so I asked him to do this. I had no other option. After getting ready, when I was about to leave, Ramu stopped me and brought kajal from inside. He applied it behind my ears and said, "Madam, now no one will cast an evil eye on you. You look very beautiful." Hearing his words, I laughed and started walking. When I came home that evening, a friend of mine and her boyfriend came with me. Ramu had cooked a very good meal that day. My friend Priya was going to stay at my house for 4 or 5 days. The next 3, her boyfriend was also at my house that day. The next day, night Ramu cooked food and called Priya and her boyfriend for dinner, but they both were drinking in the room itself. Priya had drunk too much and she fell asleep without eating. Her boyfriend Rohan sat down to eat with us. He said, "Prachi, you are more beautiful than Priya." As soon as Rohan said this, Ramu looked at him angrily. After finishing dinner, Rohan went to his room. As soon as he left, Ramu started saying to me, "Madam, what kind of friends are these of yours?" I didn't like what that man said at all. I told Ramu, "I consider you a member of the family, but that doesn't mean you can say anything to my guests. Your job is to serve the guests, so you just do that. There's no need to teach me anything else." I scolded Ramu and went to my room. I scolded him, but he brought me water. I took my medicine, drank water, and went to sleep. I thought Ramu hadn't come to sleep in my room that night. But when I woke up in the morning, I found him next to me. When I woke up in the morning, Priya was in front of me. She looked very angry. Ramu was brought in front of me. Priya's scarf was tied around his hand. Priya said, "This rural servant of yours has broken my lover's hand." Ramu just kept shaking his head and said, "Madam, I didn't do anything. Rohan Sahib was drunk last night. That's why he must have lost his balance and fallen." "Ramu, why did you hit Rohan Sahib?" Priya still looked drunk, I thought. Ramu apologized to them for me. Priya and Rohan left right then. Ramu started apologizing to me too. I knew he hadn't done anything. I had taken a break today because I'd been very busy for days. I decided to take some time for myself. After breakfast, I went back to sleep for an hour. Barf had also fallen asleep with me. After waking up, I felt the need for a cup of tea. I called out to Ramu to make tea, but there was no response. Looking for him, I went to his room and saw that Ramu had just come out of the bathroom after taking a bath. He wasn't wearing a shirt. This was the first time I saw him like this. Ramu's body was incredibly strong. He looked like a warrior. I stared at him intently, completely unconscious. After many years, I was seeing a young man without clothes like this. I was staring at him intently when Ramu called out to me. He was standing in front of me wearing a shirt, yet I was completely stunned. I was lost looking at him. He blew the whistle right in front of my eyes. Then I came to my senses and asked him to make me some tea. I decided to do some skincare at home today, so I started running my parlor in my room that afternoon. I was wearing shorts and a gown and was waxing my legs. While waxing, I accidentally applied a little too much hot wax on my leg, which caused a burn, and a loud noise came out of my mouth. Hearing my voice, Ramu came running into my room. He looked at my burned leg. He removed the hot wax from my leg and applied cray. His hands were repeatedly moving over my leg unconsciously, and it was difficult for me to express the feelings that were arising in my heart at that moment. As soon as Ramu's eyes fell on me, I cried out in pain. Seeing me in this state, he said, "Brother, now just lie down comfortably. Tell me whatever you need to do. I will help you." I asked him to wax my other leg. Ramu did as I instructed. He also massaged my face. His touch brought me immense relief. Today was a relaxing holiday for me. Ramu was full of all the qualities, and he wasn't behind in any task. Tonight, I refused to let him sleep in my room. I'm not home all day. At least at night, I should spend time alone with my child. I didn't like Ramu coming over every time, so I refused to let him sleep in my room. Days passed like this. For a few days, I couldn't sleep at night without Ramu, but gradually he stopped crying. I started feeling some changes within myself. As soon as I woke up in the morning, my body would start aching a lot. I couldn't understand why all this was happening suddenly. Within a few days, my physical pain increased so much that I didn't even want to get out of bed. Then I took a week's leave from the office and rested for a few days. I thought I might get a little better. Now Erev was with Ramu all the time. Whenever he felt hungry, he would come to me occasionally. Today, I was sitting holding my waist. At night, Ramu came into my room with water. Seeing my hand on my waist, he understood that I was in a lot of pain. Ramu said, "Brother, if you don't mind, I'll massage your waist." My waist was hurting so much that I agreed to his massage, but before that, I turned off the light in my room. He wouldn't be able to see my waist in the light of the small zero bulb, so I turned off the main light in the room and turned on the zero bulb. While he was massaging me, I felt very relaxed. Why pain seemed to vanish instantly. While massaging, Ramu asked me, "Bhai Sahab, don't you ever miss Arav's father? Why are you still alone despite being so beautiful and young?" I didn't have a proper answer to his question. I told him, "Perhaps I don't have the answer to your question." That question was put to rest right there. Ramu's massage put me to sleep well. 2 days later, it was the date when I met my lover. Finally, that day arrived. I tried to keep myself busy the whole day, but in the darkness of the night, I was missing my lover a lot. Today, he wasn't with me, but he was the father of my child. Seeing Arav made me think of him every day. I was taking care of him. I turned off the light in my room and went to sleep. After a while, I heard Arab's voice. His voice woke me up. I was about to get up when his crying stopped. A little while later, I heard the door of my room open. I was quietly watching. Ramu came into my room. He came near me and tried to see if I was asleep. Then he picked up my mobile. Seeing him searching, I quickly turned on the light in the room. He was shocked to see me awake. I snatched my mobile from his hand and asked him, "Ramu, what's going on? What are you doing here at this time?" He said nothing and started to leave. But I didn't intend to let him go so easily. I showed him the video in which he was hitting Priya's boyfriend. That day, Rohan's mobile camera had accidentally been left on and their scuffle was recorded. In the morning, when Priya came to visit me, she showed me the video. And since then, I've been keeping an eye on Ramu. "Ramu, why did you lie? Why did you hit Rohan?" He said, "Whatever. This is what I'll do to anyone who casts an evil eye on you, madam." That night, Rohan was drunk. He came into your room. He was trying to do something wrong with you, and that's why I raised my hand on him. After listening to Ramu, I said, "Okay, I agree with you, but why were you giving me sleeping pills? Today, I saw you mixing sleeping pills in my water. You had your eyes on me, and I've given you what you wanted. Now settle your accounts and leave for the village." After listening to me, Ramu said, "Madam, nothing like what you're thinking happened. I didn't do anything wrong to you last night. I mixed sleeping pills in your water so you fell asleep as soon as you came near me, and I didn't want to do anything wrong to you. A few days ago, I saw you talking on the phone at night. I heard your conversation. You were preparing to meet your lover again. Your meeting was scheduled at your own house. I knew all this. I was giving you sleeping pills at night to prevent you from meeting him. That man is still cheating on you. He's lying to you. He's trying to take your child away from you. He's getting closer to you. His wife can't have a child, so he's coming to you. He hasn't divorced his wife. He's lying to you. Ramu, who are you? How did you get all this information? Then he said, your Baba Sahib showed me your photo. I liked you at first sight, but Baba Sahib also said that you're against marriage. Then I made this plan with him. I came here to make a place in your heart. But after coming here, I saw that many people have evil eyes on you, so I started protecting you. Ramu wasn't 20 years old. My first suspicion turned out to be correct. He was 30 years old and had a good job. He had worked so hard for my love. Everything Ramu had said about my lover was true. Ramu had found out all the information about my lover correctly. Finding an honest husband like Ramu, the father of my child, was a big thing for me. I was saved from being trapped in my lover's web of deceit. Today, I am very happy with Vikrant, also known as Ramu. He loves me and my child very much. He loves me because of my Baba Sahib. Today, my family started. I got a husband like Ramu. It was my good fortune. Friends, the one who truly loves you never leaves you in any difficulty. The one who maintains a relationship does not need any reason, and for those who break a relationship, even an excuse is enough. So friends, this was our small story today. Do let us know how you liked this story by commenting. If you want to hear more such interesting stories, then do subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification so that you can get my every upcoming video on time. See you tomorrow with another video. Thank you.